Hello students, that in the last video that we have discussed about that of the chord properties, circle chord properties, that the first and second theorem that we have discussed, and as I said you, as I promised you that in the upcoming video that I will send the next part. So today in this video that we are going to discuss about the next part of that of the chord properties. The next part we will see that in case of a circle, the theorem number 3 regarding the circle and chord properties, theorem number 3, which states that in case of a circle, in one circle, if two equal chords are drawn, then these equal chords are equidistant from the center. So according to the statement of the theorem, try to understand according to the statement of the theorem, that in a circle two equal chords or equal chords are equidistant from the center. So here we are going to prove that if the chords are equal, here it is given that AB is equal to CD, and these are, we have to prove that OM and ON are those perpendiculars, or we can say that the distance from that of the center to the chord. So here in this theorem that we have to prove that if AB is equal to CD, if chord AB is equal to chord CD, then in that case OM will be equal to ON. So what we have to prove? We have to prove that OM, the distance of AB from O, is equal to ON, the distance of chord CD from O. Now, how we prove this one? Now, similarly, here also we can take one construction, we can go for that construction. According to that construction, it will join that AO and CO. So, regarding the construction, we can take that AO and CO are joined. This is what your construction. So that what will happen? We have got two triangles now. Now in this case, if we will prove that these two triangles are congruent, then we can say that these two sides OM and ON are equal. So already it is given that AB is equal to CD, that the chord AB is equal to CD, what it is given in the statement. And we also know from the previous theorem that the perpendicular drawn from the center that bisects the chord. So since OM is perpendicular on AB and ON is perpendicular on CD, so that means now we can say that M and N are those the midpoints of that AB and CD. According to that previous theorem, you can recall that according to the previous theorem that we have discussed, that the perpendicular drawn from the center bisects the chord. So in that case, that we will get AM is equal to BM and CN is equal to DN. But since AB is equal to CD, so therefore half of AB will be equal to half of CD. Or in other words, we can say that AM is equal to CN. Now, here we have got all that requirements to prove these two triangles to be congruent. Number one, AM and CN both are equal. This is perpendicular 90 degree it is given, and AO is equal to CO, that is the radius of the circle. So therefore we have got all that requirements to prove that congruent. So, and once these two triangles are proved to be congruent by RHS, now we can say that OM is equal to ON by CPCTC or by CPCT. Now how can we write that one? So if we write this one, try to write in this way, that as it is given that AB ON is perpendicular to AB by construction and ON perpendicular to CD by construction. So what we will get? Now therefore this AM is equal to half of AB and CN, that is equal to half of CD. Why? Because from the previous theorem that we have seen that perpendicular drawn from the center bisects the base, bisects the chord. So basing on this statement, that we can now say that AM is equal to half of AB and CN is equal to half of CD. But it is given that AB is equal to CD according to the statement it is given. So therefore, now we can say that half of AB is equal to half of CD, or in other words we can say that AM is equal to CN. Then now come to that these two triangles, triangle AOM and triangle COM. So if we compare in triangle AOM and triangle COM, in this we have got AMO, angle AMO is equal to angle CNO, that is 90 degree given, sorry, construction, and then now we have got this AO is equal to CO, or radii of the circle, and at the same time this is also hypotenuse, and at the same time that this AM is equal to CN, now we have proved. So therefore by right angle, hypotenuse and side, these two triangles are congruent. Therefore now we can say that triangle AOM is congruent to triangle CON by right angle, hypotenuse and side postulation. And since these two triangles are congruent, now we can say that OM is equal to ON by CPCTC. So what we have taken, OM is the distance of that AP from O and ON is the distance of CD from O. So hence we can say that equal chords are equidistant from the center. This can also be proved in two circles, two congruent circles. If we have taken two congruent circles, as you know, that those circles in which that the radius are equal. If suppose these two congruent circles are there, suppose O is the center of one circle and O dash is the center of another circle, but both the circles are congruent. So in that case also, in the same manner that we can prove that if this AB chord and CD chord both are equal, then in that case we can say that they are also equidistant from the center. In the same manner that we can prove, just like the previous one, here also we can prove in the same manner. Means consider that in this case that if we join AO and CO dash in these two triangles, that by taking that in the same manner, AB is equal to CD, and since OM is perpendicular on AB, so therefore this is the midpoint, or we can say that AM is equal to half of AB and CN is equal to similarly C half of CD, and therefore in these two triangles AM is equal to CN. This is perpendicular 90 degree and these two are the radius, both are equal because this is congruent circles. So therefore these two circles are congruent, or in other words we can say that OM is equal to O dash N. Now this is your third theorem basing on that of the chord properties of the circle. If we converse the statement, what will be the converse of the statement? Now consider that if we converse the statement, here we have got that equal chords are equidistant from the center. But if we converse the statement, that means if two or more chords are there and they are equidistant from the center, then we can prove that these chords are also equal. This is what the converse of that of the previous statement. Now in this case, in case of a circle, this is your theorem number 4, which is a converse statement of converse theorem of theorem number 3. According to the converse statement, if a number of chords are there, if suppose there will be two or more than two chords will be there, and all these chords are equidistant from the center. If they are equidistant from the center, suppose AB and CD are two chords and these two chords are equidistant, OM and ON are equal. So in that case we have to prove that chord AB is equal to chord CD. So that means now if we convert the statement, then what it will be? Now in a circle, if two or more chords are there and they are equidistant from the center, then these chords are equal. So what we have to prove now? We have to prove that according to this theorem, we have to prove that AB chord is equal to CD chord. What it is given? It is given that this is 90 degree, this is 90 degree because it is the distance, and now it is also given that OM is equal to ON. Now we have to prove that AB is equal to CD. So just like the previous one, here also we will take one construction. According to the construction, in the same manner, just like the previous theorem, that AO and CO both are joined. So AO and CO are joined. And then we have to prove, just in a reverse manner, now we have to prove. Now here two things are given. This is right angle, this is also right angle, 90 degree that we have got. And these two sides are also given. And these two radius are also equal. So therefore already everything is given in that the statement as well as in case of the construction what we have drawn. So after comparing this one, we will be getting AM is equal to CN. By simplicity that we will get AM is equal to CN. But we can say that AM is the midpoint of this one because the perpendicular drawn from the center that bisects the chord. So therefore now we can say that AM is equal to half of AB and CN also similarly half of CD. So if AM is equal to CN, that means in that case twice of AM and twice of CN both are equal, or we can say that AB chord and CD chord both are equal. So first we will compare in triangle AOM and triangle CON. That angle AMO, as I said you before, that you try to write that one in a sequential manner so that it will be better to see that actually in which postulation that you are following. AMO that is equal to angle CNO, that is 90 degree given, and similarly that this AO is equal to CO, that is the radius of the circle, and at the same time they are also considered to be that the hypotenuse, and this OM is equal to ON, it is given. So now here we have arranged this one right angle, hypotenuse and side. So therefore this triangle AOM is congruent to triangle CON by right angle, hypotenuse, side postulation. And hence what we will get? We will get AM is equal to CN by CPCTC. Corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. But however, AM is equal to half of AB. So in place of AM, we can write AM is equal to half of AB and CN that is equal to half of CD. So therefore, this implies that cancelling out this half and half, it becomes AB is equal to CD, or hence we can say that if two or more chords are there, those which are equidistant from the center, they will be also equal. The same thing, the same statement that can be proved also in two congruent circles. If two congruent circles, just as I said you in the previous case, if we have taken two circles, two congruent circles in the same manner, that O dash, and here two chords are there, AB and CD. AB and CD are two chords. Given that these are equidistant, so that means now OM and ON are O dash N are equal. And if we join these two, AO and CO dash, so in these two cases, that since these two circles are congruent, so therefore their radius are also equal. So that means now we can say that right angle, hypotenuse and hypotenuse both are equal, and at the same time this side is equal to this side. So therefore Now in this case we can say that these two triangles are congruent and hence AM is equal to CN. But however AM is equal to half of AB and CN is equal to half of CD. So this implies that AB is equal to CD. So in the same manner that if two or more circles will be there, congruent circles, how many congruent circles will be there? In all these cases that we can say that if the chords are there and all these chords are equidistant, then all those chords will be equal by nature. Then this is what the theorem number 4 in case of the chord properties. The fifth and the last theorem concerning to that the chord properties is that if three non-collinear points are there, three non-collinear, remember, non-collinear in the sense, if 3 points are not present, not located on a straight line, then in that case through 3 non-collinear points, one and only one circle can be drawn. So according to theorem number 5, just try to understand that theorem number 5 on this chord properties, this is the last theorem basing on that of the chord properties, which states that if 3 points are there, likewise suppose 3 points are there, those 3 points are non-collinear, they don't lie on the same line. So we have to prove according to this theorem that through these 3 non-collinear points, one and only one circle can be drawn, only one circle that can be drawn through these 3 non-collinear points. Consider that A, B and C are 3 non-collinear points. Now how will prove this one? Let us consider that A, B and C are 3 non-collinear points, and if we join these 3 A, B and BC, we will be getting 2 chords AB and BC. Now by construction, if we draw the perpendicular bisectors of these 2 chords, and it will be produced. Now consider that this is the perpendicular bisector of this chord which will produce, and the perpendicular bisector of this BC. Whenever these two will be produced, then definitely they will meet at a point. Consider that these two are the perpendicular bisectors, those which are drawn in case of the AB and BC, and definitely they must meet at one point because these 3 are non-collinear points. Now let us consider that the point of intersection is O, and here if we can prove that OA, OB and OC are the 3 equal sides, then taking this OA, OB and OC, if we draw a circle, then it can pass through these 3 points. So now whenever we will prove this one, how will prove? Now let us consider that A, B, C are 3 non-collinear points. By construction, now AO means that the perpendicular bisectors of AB and CD and BC are drawn such that their point of intersection is O. Now join means AO, OB and OC are joined. So this is what the construction. Now if we have given the name, I suppose this is OP and OQ. Let us consider that in these 2 triangles first, a triangle AOP and triangle BOP, in these 2 triangles. Now this is perpendicular bisector, by construction we have drawn, so that is why AP is equal to PB, and angle APO, that is 90 degree, BPO also 90 degree, and this is your common side to these 2 triangles. So therefore now we can say that these 2 triangles are congruent. Hence from these 2 triangles that will get AO is equal to OB. Similarly, now taking these 2 triangles also we can prove that OP is equal to OC. by taking in the same manner that these two are equal, by construction these two are equal, and at the same time this is 90 degree and this is also 90 degree and this is your common. So therefore by side angle side we can prove that these two triangles are congruent, or we can get from here OB is equal to OC. So first taking these two triangles that we have got, AO is equal to OB, and from taking these two triangles that we are getting OB is equal to OC. Hence by relating these two, that will be getting AO is equal to OB is equal to OC. And now taking O as the center, AO, OB and OC, taking as the radius, if a circle will be drawn, then definitely it will pass through these 3 points A, B and C. So that is why according to this theorem, according to the statement of the theorem, through 3 non-collinear points, that one and only one circle can be drawn, not more than one circle can be drawn through these 3. Only one circle that can be drawn. This is what your theorem number 5 and the last theorem of that of the chord properties to that of the circle. Hope that all of you must have understood clearly, and if you have any doubt then you can refer to my that email ID, and in that also you can contact to me, so I can solve all your problems. Hope you must like all this, and if you have liked then please share this one, subscribe this video, and with that I hope that you must have you can do all that exercises relating to this theorem properly, and if you have any doubt then you can contact through my email ID. Thank you very much for listening.